Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our topic adjective. This is part 7. Till part 6, we have already done in our earlier session. In part 6, we started discussing degrees of comparison. In this session as well, we are going to elaborate these degrees of comparison. In the earlier session, I told you about these degrees, a brief description of all the degrees of comparison. In this session, we are going to discuss rules of these degrees of comparison. So let's begin the session. Well, we'll revise adjective with some additional points in this session. In this session, we will discuss rules of using positive degree of adjective. Now, what is positive degree of adjective? We have already discussed in our earlier session. In this session, we are going to discuss the rules of using positive degree of adjective in a sentence. Moreover, we are going to discuss rules of using comparative degree of adjective, and after that, rules of using superlative degree of adjective in a sentence. In our earlier sessions, we have already discussed these degrees of comparison, their concept, definition, and examples. In this session, we are going to discuss rules of using these degrees of comparison in various sentences. So let's begin the session. First, we'll read rules of using positive degree of adjective. Now, as I told you before as well, that the basic form of adjective is always a positive degree of adjective. Or you can say positive degree of adjective is actually the basic form of adjective. When we compare two persons or when we compare two things at equal level, we use positive degree of adjective. So, there are several rules of using this positive degree of adjective. Let's begin. Let's read these rules. The first rule is we use as and as or so and as pairs to show comparison. Now, what we do, basically, we use two pairs, either as or so with as. These are used to compare two things or two persons at equal level. It means when we show two things or persons that they are equal in some case, they are known to be compared in positive degree of adjective. How? Let us see. Suppose there are two persons, A and B. And I'm saying that A is very intelligent. So is B. So I'm saying that A is equal to B in case of intelligence. That they are both equally intelligent. So in case of intelligence, they are both equal. That A is as intelligent as B. So I can use the simile figure. Simile is actually the figure of a speech which you learn in literature. Well, we use as and so and as pairs to show comparison. Now, as and as can be used in both affirmative and negative sentence. Now, if the sentence is either affirmative or if it is negative, we can use the pair as and as. But so and as can be used only in case of negative sentence. Now, if the sentence is positive, we cannot use so and as. We can only use as and as. For example, Ria is as intelligent as he. Now, he is a boy, Ria is a girl, and I'm comparing both of these persons on the basis of intelligence. It means they are equal in terms of intelligence. So, I'm saying that Ria is equal to he when we talk about intelligence. They are equally intelligent. So in this case, we can use as and as to show the pair, to show them equal, to show the comparison between them. They are same at equal level, or that they are compared at equal level. So we are using the word as and as or the pair as and as. Now, if I want to make this sentence a negative sentence, how can it be a negative sentence? So let us discuss it over here. So let us try to just make or convert the sentence into negative sense. So if I say Ria is not as intelligent as he. Now I'm saying that Ria is not as intelligent as he. So this is the structure of converting this sentence into negative. There is one more structure of conversion this into negative one, as Ria is not so intelligent as he. Not so intelligent as he. Now, whenever we have subjects, we write it in nominative case only. So in this manner, this he is he, not him, because both of these are subjects. They both are behaving like a subject. They both are intelligent or compared. So here Ria is not so intelligent as he. So I can use the pair so and as both to convert the sentence into negative one. But so and as pair can be used only in negative sense. It cannot make the sentence positive. For example, if you see the third sentence, it is written, Ria is so beautiful as Kiara. So I'm comparing Ria with Kiara, that they are not both equally beautiful. Now, if I say Ria is so beautiful as Kiara, I'm using the pair so and as, whereas I told you before as well that so and as can be only used in negative sentence. It cannot be used in positive sentence. Therefore, the sentence is incorrect. And how to rectify it? Obviously, we should replace the so with as. Now, you need not write not over here, or you need not add not over here, just because we are not ought to we are not ought to change the meaning of the sentence. We can only rectify it by just making the meaning changeless, or you can say you should not change the meaning of the sentence if you are spotting the errors. If I just add this not over here, it means Ria and Kiara are not equally beautiful, so it will definitely change the meaning of the sentence. So in this case, we can use as and as, but not so and as, because in positive sentence we cannot use the pair so and as. It can be used in negative sentence only. Now let us see the second sentence. Ria is not so intelligent as her brother. So I'm comparing Ria with her brother and saying that both of these are not equally intelligent. Therefore, I'm using the word not so intelligent as her. Now, so and as pair is used just to make the sentence negative. Ria is not as beautiful as Karina. So this is again a negative sentence in which I have used as and as. So the sentence is absolutely correct, because as and as pair can be used in both positive and negative sentence, whereas so and as pair can be used in negative sentence only. I hope you understood this. Now let's move further. We use positive degree of adjective with words like comparatively, relatively, and fairly. Now, whenever we have some words like comparatively, relatively, fairly, we always use positive degree of adjective, or we can say that these words are always followed by positive degree of adjective only, because these words shows the comparison themselves in two persons or things. For example, Shobha is comparatively better. Now I'm comparing Shobha with some other people. So I'm saying that Shobha is comparatively better, or maybe possible I'm comparing it to a single person only. Now it is written better, which is a comparative degree. So the sentence is incorrect. To rectify this, we'll replace this better with good. So the correct sentence is Shobha is comparatively good, because after this we need positive degree of adjective only. Reena is fairly beautiful. So, beautiful is again a positive degree of adjective, before which we have used the word fairly, or you can say after fairly we have used a positive degree of adjective. So, this sentence is absolutely correct. Now, there is one more thing. Whenever we have a word fairly, so fairly is always followed by positive degree as well as pleasant or suitable qualities words. So, whenever there is a suitable quality, there is a pleasant quality of word quality, or you can say pleasant adjective, we use fairly before it. For example, if I say tea is fairly hot, now obviously tea should be hot, and I'm saying tea is fairly hot. So this hot is a suitable quality of tea. Therefore, fairly is correct. But if I say tea is fairly cold, the sentence will be incorrect, because tea should be hot. It should not be cold. If it is cold, that is unpleasant quality of tea. So before that cold, we can use the word rather, not fairly. So fairly will be incorrect over there. Instead, we should write tea is fairly cold, because cold is not the suitable quality of tea. So when the quality is not suitable, when the quality is unpleasant, we use rather instead of using fairly. Well, this we'll discuss in details in later chapter. So in this case, you should only keep in mind that after fairly, comparatively, or relatively, we should only have positive degree of adjective and not the comparative degree of adjective in any case. The content of this book is fairly good than the last one. So I'm comparing the content of one book with the last one. So I'm using then over here. So the comparison has been made, but because we have used the word fairly, so it should be followed by positive degree of adjective only, irrespective of this then. So we cannot use comparative degree over there because this fairly shows the comparison itself. This office is relatively comfortable. So relatively comfortable. So comfortable is again a positive degree of adjective before which we have used the word relatively. So the sentence is absolutely correct. Now let us move further. We cannot use both equally and as together. Now, because both of these two words depict the same meaning. How? Equally means at equal level. And as we use when we compare two things or two persons at equal level. So we cannot use both of these words together because they both depict the same meaning. For example, if I say Govind is equally as industrious as Raj. Now, if I just say Govind is as industrious as Raj, it means I'm just saying that both are equal. So there equally will be a superfluous. It should not be used at all. Equally and as cannot be used together because both of them have the same meaning. Instead of writing this, we should remove this equally from the sentence and we can rewrite the sentence as Govind is as industrious as Raj. It means both of them are hardworking or industrious or laborious. Now, I can also write this sentence in the form of Govind and Raj are equally industrious. Using just this word equally, I can rewrite this sentence as Govind and Raj are equally industrious. But we cannot use the equally and as words together because both depict the same meaning. So Govind and Raj are equally industrious is also a correct sentence. Now let us move to the next one. We use positive degree of adjective with very. Now, whenever we have a word very, after very we can only have positive degree of adjective. Whereas with much we use comparative degree of adjective. Now, whenever we have very, after very we use positive degree of adjective, and after much we use comparative degree of adjective. For example, her hair is very longer. Now, this one is incorrect. The correct should be, it should be her hair is long. Then the sentence will be correct. Samarth is very intelligent. Now, intelligent is a positive degree of adjective, so the given sentence is absolutely correct. The building is very tall. Again, tall is a positive degree of adjective, so the sentence is again correct. So these are the rules of using positive degree of adjective, where we can use only positive degree of adjective and use of any other degree of adjective will be incorrect over there. Now let us move further. Now we'll read the rules of comparative degree of adjective. So let's begin. So the first rule is when we compare two qualities of one person or thing. When we compare two things using comparative degree of adjective, comparison can be seen. One is inferior or another is superior, or you can say one is at lower point and another is at the upper part. So whenever we compare, there are two methods by which we can compare the two things. What are the two methods? For example, suppose we have only one person and his two qualities are compared between each other. How? Suppose I say that there is a person A, he is very rich and he is powerful too, but he is more powerful. It means though he is rich as well, but his powerful, but his power is more, or you can say he is more in power. So there are two qualities of A, that is rich and powerful. So these are two qualities, and I'm comparing both of these qualities. That he is richer or he is more rich than powerful. So what we do, whenever we convert a positive degree of adjective into comparative degree, we either use or we either add prefix more or we add suffix that is er. This is how we convert positive degree of adjective into comparative degree. Now, in such case, when we have only one person and his two qualities are being compared between each other, what we do, we can only use the word more, that is prefix more, but we cannot use the suffix er to convert any positive degree into comparative one. Though it contains one syllable or more than that, it is totally irrelevant over here. It means here the rule of that syllable fails. Here only one thing works, that is more or less. Now, the second case is when we have two persons and both of these persons are compared on the basis of one quality. In this, we should go with the rules of syllable. That is, either we can have more or er, either of these according to the rules of syllable. So, for example, if I say A is richer than powerful, this will be incorrect. Instead, I should say A is more rich than powerful. So, in this manner, we can use such word. Or you can say A is more powerful than rich. So, we cannot use ER or anything else. Instead, we should only use more or less of it. Now, let us see some examples. Ramesh is more strong than fat. So, basically, we can write stronger, but here, because we have two qualities of single person that are being compared with each other. So, in this case, we can only use more and not er. In the next sentence, Sanjeev is more intelligent than laborious. Now, Sanjeev has two qualities. What are the two qualities? Intelligent and laborious. Because he is more intelligent, so we'll add more intelligent than laborious. So we cannot use er or any other suffix or prefix, but we can only use prefix that is more to convert this word into comparative degree. One more thing is there. If I say Ramesh is stronger than Sanjeev. Now there are two persons, that is Sanjeev and Ramesh. And I'm saying that Ramesh is stronger than Sanjeev. So there are two persons and one quality of them, or they are being compared on the basis of one quality. So in this case, we can use er or more according to the conditions or terms of syllable. So this is how we use these persons to in comparative degree of adjective. Now let us move further. So when we compare between two persons or things on the basis of one quality that I have already discussed with you, let us see some examples. Ramesh is stronger than Rohan. Sia is more beautiful than Rekha. So because in a strong we could use er, so we have used er, and because beautiful it contains more than one syllable, we have used more. Because here we have two persons who are compared on the basis of one quality. So this is another use of comparative degree of adjective. Now let us move further. We use comparative degree with any other. Now whenever we have any other phrase, we only use comparative degree of adjective. For example, Rohan is better than any other boy of his class. Now because Rohan is being compared with the other boys of his class, so in this case we use any other. And after any other, we can only have singular form of noun. She is more intelligent than any other intern here. So any other is followed by singular noun. This should be kept in mind always. Now let us move further. Any other versus any. Now this one is very, very important. Suppose we compare between the same category. So whenever we compare between the same category, we use any other. And if we compare between different categories, we use the word any. Let us discuss how. Gold is costlier than any other metal. So any other metal. Now because I'm comparing gold with other metals, gold is also a metal, and I'm comparing gold with other metals. So they both are of the same category, or they all are of the same category. Now because they all are of the same category, we use the word any other. But if I compare diamond with the metals, now we know well that diamond is not a metal. It is a non-metal, or you can say hardest known non-metal. So diamond is the hardest known non-metal. Is the hardest known non-metal. So in this case, diamond when compared to other metals, we will only use any and not any other. Now let us move further. When there we can see gradual increase or decrease in something. For example, two things are proportionally increasing or decreasing, or they are just increasing day by day or decreasing day by day, or increasing place to place or decreasing place to place. So we use comparative degree of adjective. For example, Macbeth was becoming more and much ambitious. No, this one is incorrect because he is becoming something day by day. So we cannot use more and much. More and most cannot be used. More, much and more cannot be used, and more is absolutely correct. So you can see over here, Macbeth was becoming more and more ambitious. Sentence is absolutely correct. Whereas other sentences which contains more and most, much and more, these are incorrect. Now let us move further. Let us see some more examples. Sarika is getting fatter and fattest. Now, obviously, fattest will be incorrect. Fed and fatter will be incorrect. But we can only have comparative degree and comparative degree of adjective. For example, Sarika is getting fatter and fatter. Now, let us move further. Now, whenever we see a parallel increase or decrease, or you can say when two things increasing or decreasing parallelly, or you can say proportionally, in direct proportion, in inverse proportion, there also we use comparative degree of adjective. For example, the greater the risk, the higher the profit. Now this one is incorrect because here risk is also increasing and profit is also increasing, so there is a parallel increase. So greater the risk, great should be replaced with greater. The greater the risk, the higher of the profit, the higher the profit. The older he gets, the happiest he is. So happiest should be replaced with happier. The older he gets, the happier he is. Now let us move further. Whenever we have some comparative words with which we use to and not then. So there are some comparative words in case of which we use to, not then, because these are not comparative degrees. Instead, they are comparative words which are used to compare two or more things among themselves, and also behave like comparison, but they compare the situations of persons as it is in their meaning. So these actually we do not have any positive degree of such words. For example, if a word is there that is young, now young is a comparative word, sorry, comparative degree. We can convert this into comparative degree like WOUNGER, and the superlative is YOUNGEREST. Sorry, GEST. So this is the superlative degree of young. But inferior, superior, prior, junior, senior, elder, prefer, interior, posterior, etc. Now these words do not have any positive degree of adjective or the superlative degree of adjective. These are only used in comparative degree, and these are comparative degree words. For example, he is junior than me. Now, junior than me is incorrect. It should be replaced with to. That is, he is junior to me by just 1 month. One more thing is there. Junior means who works under us. Now, obviously, if he works under us, so he must be he should be compared with me, because you can say that someone is at higher position, someone is at lower position, so you cannot make them equal or equate them. Therefore, then should be replaced with to because of the comparative words, because these are not degrees. For example, young, younger, youngest, these are comparative degrees. But we do not have any positive degree of elder, prefer, etc. Now let us move further. This is rule number 8. We do not convert the following words into comparative and superlative degrees of adjective. Now, there are several words which are as it is. We cannot convert those words into comparative and superlative degree of adjective. What are the words? Let us discuss. Excellent, perfect, unmatched, unparalleled, unique, universal, extreme, whole, golden, parallel, rectangular, triangular, spherical, circular, full, round, complete, minor, major, etc. Because these words have some meanings, and they are just called because of their shape, because of their properties, because of their names. For example, if something is unmatched, it means it is not matching with other things in any case. But if I say that it is not matching, but only this color is matching with that building's color, so there is something which is found matched. So the sentence will be incorrect over there only. Because if something is unmatched, it means it should not match in any case. If a little thing is also matching, that is not called unmatched. Now, for example, if we have a square, now we know well that the properties of a square. Now let us see. Suppose this is a square. Now we know well that the properties of a square are that all the four sides should be equal. Now I'm saying that this is a square. All the sides are equal, but only this side. Only this side is not equal to others. It means all other sides are equal, but not this side. So if only a single side is not equal, will it be a square? No, not at all. Because a square means that all the four sides should be equal. Now, if something is round or something is in a circle position or in a circle shape, we know that the radius from the center to the end part of the circle, it should be equal, whatever the radius is there. It should be equal in all the cases. Now, suppose we have a wheel that is in a round shape, and I'm saying it is just like a round, or you can say it is more of a round. No, it should not be, because it is either round or it is not. A person is either perfect or not. If he has a little fault, if he has a little flaw, it means it is not perfect, because we say that nothing is perfect in this world. So, with these words, we cannot use any comparative or superlative degree of adjective. For example, if a word is right, obviously it will be right. You cannot say more right or most right. Now, if I say something is unique, obviously it is unique. I cannot say that it is more unique or less unique. No, because these words are already comparative or superlative words. We cannot make them comparative or superlative. We cannot use more or most before them. Now let us discuss the examples. The beauty of Kashmir is the most unmatched. Now, obviously, if it is unmatched, we cannot have the most over there. So the correct sentence is the beauty of Kashmir is unmatched. This is one of the most major operations. So if it is major, major means that it is very big. And if it is very big, we need not this the most. Instead, this is one of the major operations. This one of the major operations. This is one of the major operations. Now let us move to the next one. Now here we'll read rules of superlative degree of adjective. We use the before superlative degree of adjective always. For example, Rakhi is the cleverest girl of the class. Now because cleverest is the superlative degree of adjective, we are using the. Ravi is the most honest boy of the family. So honest is a degree of adjective with which we have used most. So this is superlative degree of adjective and we are using the before it. Now let us move to the next one. Adjective, if connected with and, should be written in same degree on both the sides. Now, whenever we have and in between and on both the parts or both the sides of and, we are having or we are using adjective. So, both of these adjectives should be in same degrees of adjective. How? If I say Reena is taller and most beautiful girl of her class, now we are comparing Reena with other girls. Now, because and is written over there, so both the sides there should be same degree of adjective. So saying of her class, so we are comparing one to all, therefore taller is not required, it should be tallest. That is, Priya is the tallest and most beautiful girl of her class. Now the is required only with the first, not with the second again. So the correct sentence will be Reena is the tallest and most beautiful girl of her class. Rakhi is good and more intelligent than her sister. So here we are comparing. So we have to convert both the sentences, both the adjectives into comparative degree. So it should be Rekha is better and more intelligent than her sister. Now let us move to the next one. When we use a structure, now what is the structure that we use? One of the plus superlative degree of adjective plus noun plus if plus not the plus superlative degree of adjective plus noun. Now what should we do? The first noun, this noun should be in plural form and the remaining noun should be in singular form always. Now this one is very very important, that one noun, the prior noun or the first noun should be in plural form and the second noun should be in singular form always. For example, Ria is one of the richest women of our city, if not the richest woman. So we can see over here that whenever we write one of the, so it should be followed by plural noun. So women is plural noun of our city, if not the richest woman, because here we are talking about only Ria. So this is richest woman. So this is singular noun. So after this structure of the sentence, we should have first noun in plural form that is written after one of the plus superlative degree of adjective plus noun that should be in plural form, and the noun which is written after if not plus the plus superlative degree of adjective, it should be in singular form always. So this is how we use superlative degree of adjectives. I hope you understood all. Thank you very much.